In our first episode, we covered the four main types of stress signals: physiological, cognitive or mental, emotional, and behavioral. Kim, in your approach to stress relief, you focus on the cognitive aspect. Please share more.
Well, Saloni, what is stress really? It's a stimuli that we have no control over. Now, expanding our cognitive capacity is training our mind to pause the stimuli, assess and gauge it, and then decide what do we want it to do for us. Stress is like an uninvited guest. When it knocks on your door, you have the option to stop it, say hello, what's your agenda, and then decide whether you want to grant it access or not. So the idea is to train our mind to say stop, but not react, and then ask the question, what's within my control and what's not?
This is what we have been saying from the beginning, that we have a choice in the way we deal with stress and we can take control. When it comes to our thinking pattern, what technique would you recommend to be more in control?
Well, my most favorite technique is setting SOPs, not standard operating procedures, but setting the cognitive SOPs, which is a systematic operating procedure. Now, the more decisions we make in a day, the more tired we get, the more mentally exhausted we get. Let's take a usual day at work, Sloani. Just imagine the entire day. Your team came up to you and asked you for approvals, direction, advice. At the end of the day, how productive is that day? And how tiring is that day? The endeavor is in through these steps is to make as many systems that support us to function better. Now, why would someone do that? There are three reasons. One, when we reduce decision making, we're using less of our brain frontal lobe, and that is why lesser mental burnout. Two, it saves us time going back to the same thing again and again, and that time can be used to create something more, build our business, or even network. And lastly, when that time is saved, we can have more aligned presence with our team, ourselves, our family, and then live a life that is stress free instead of the hustle and bustle of it.
Kim, you have created a unique niche for yourself as a meditation expert, energy healer, and an executive mindset coach. If we were to start moving our mindset to become more effective in dealing with stress, what are some steps we can take?
Well, I can share three steps right now that one can apply literally immediately. The three top things is first, ask the question, what is in my control and what is not within my control? The second, reduce decision making on a daily basis. And the third is consult your emotions. So let's break these down. In the first one, ask the question. First, pull out a pen and paper and make that list. Draw the list. What's in my control? What's not within my control? Focus on everything that's within the control. And then look at this list. And if things are really not in your control, just let it go. The second is reduced decision making. Three easy things that anyone can apply right now is co-locate. In today's environment, when we're sitting at home, try to keep things together, locate things together that we need. So, laptop, charger, phone, diaries, water, anything that you need, keep it together because the time spent in looking for it is a stress. Tiny one, but that compounded adds to a lot of mental stress. And the third in that segment is close open loops. How do you close open loops? If someone is having a call, instead of coming back to it after half an hour, taking a break, during the call, send out the email or send out the follow up and get it done with. Avoid duplication. What does it mean? Again, if there is a process that you're doing every day, every week, sending mailers, selling bills, selling reminders, see if you can create templates to reduce the duplication of work. Lastly, consult your emotions. Yes, that's consult and not control. Why? Because emotions give us a feeler, give us that gut feeling of what's about to come. So stay in tune with that. Listen to the emotion to understand, not to analyze what is it really trying to tell you. Trust me, you'll be really happily surprised. And take the time to breathe, to meditate, because that is when all this comes into perspective. And that stress, which is actually a stimuli, has no entry into your life.
Kim, thanks for sharing. This is so insightful. I can immediately think of those one or two areas where I can start to apply the SOPs and make life less stressful for myself.
Awesome.
Viewers, we hope you were able to think of those areas as well. Try the SOP out and share with us what your experience has been. In our next episode, we will cover the one topic that is ranked as a top stressor by most people: relationships. See you next week. Thank you.